Tell a joke.
Tell a joke?
A joke. I'm not good at that game, by the way. If someone says, tell me a joke.
Hey, tell me a joke.
I don't know.
Be funny.
Mine would be probably...
I have a few.
Like a knock-knock joke.
I have a few.
You do?
They're not...
What's your go-to? Like, as far as, like, jokes are concerned. That's, like, PG for everybody.
PG for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, they're kind of long. So we could... I like to tell the long jokes that really drag out for a while. Not just a one-liner. I'm not the king of one-liners. No.
I used to. So when I was in high school, and this was so stupid. I used to tell like a joke about Michael wants to be on the air. Michael, what joke you got?
You got a joke?
I would tell this joke about this green ping pong ball that and it like drug on and on and on. And at the very end of it, like I never told any like punchline. Like, I just left it.
Keep going.
Yeah, I just keep going. It depends on my audience is how long I'd let the joke run.
Yeah. See if they're still hanging on.
Yeah.
Like and then.
And then what happened?
And then what happened?
What happened to the green ping pong ball? I don't know. I never heard that far into the joke when I left.
I just gave up.
I called it quits.
All right, welcome in. I think we're live. Live on YouTube, live on Facebook. Fingers crossed that the internet and Silicon Valley doesn't shut us down. You can't silence us. Well, you can when we're on your platform, but don't tell anybody, guys. Don't.
Texas Huntsman has a very good joke.
Already, okay.
He says, Beijing Biden is going to take office. It's not very funny.
It's just not very funny. Gun jokes? Anyone have gun jokes? This might have to be a new section of what we do here. So, hey, Bobby, Rick, Laura. Welcome in, everybody.
So let's first start out that, hey, Gun Talk Live today is brought to you by Crimson Trace, Complete Focus.
And by Lockdown, Secure Your Lifestyle.
So, back up a little bit.
Where are we?
Timney Triggers was on the table, and it was still on the table last week.
Oh, for the
giveaway.
winning stuff.
For the winning stuff. So we had to put it back on the table.
Yep.
And man, it pays. It really does pay to comment a lot because
you're giving away the secrets.
Tia Kelly won this Timney Trigger, and I know Tia's going to be on here later looking for this, but their comment is, Boyd, go work for Gun Talk. I mean, that's pretty much it.
There you go.
So anyway, congratulations, Tia. Just hit me up, kj@guntalk.com, to claim your prize. But today, what do we got for them?
Today, we've got some sweet DVDs. Now, this is Concealed Carry 1 and Concealed Carry 2 with the Vada Group. You may know the Vada Group guys, Greg Lappin and Destin Mounts. They're real deal, good instructors, very knowledgeable, and you can learn lots of stuff.
It's applicable. Like that.
More stuff, and especially the Concealed Carry 2. This one, it's just really not that good. No, I'm just kidding. But the Concealed Carry 2 one has stuff in there that even when we were producing it, I was like, ooh, wow, that's interesting. All right, here you go. One example: malfunction drills.
Yes.
Malfunction drill, one-handed with your left hand. Go. How do you do that?
Man.
Or your offhand.
Offhand.
How do you do that?
Which malfunction?
Pick one.
Pick one.
And you're going to tap rack it, right?
Tap rack.
How are you going to do that, buddy?
Man,
Go.
I'd find something to bang it off of.
It's a problem, but it's kind of a fun problem to work through.
Then maybe either off your holster belt or edge of table. All right. Clear.
Yeah, it's
well,
guess what? You'll find out how on this. Or you can go to shopguntalk.com and they have them like for super discounted rates right now because it's a DVD, and so you still have a DVD player somewhere.
We also wanted to get into a new topic you actually brought up this morning, and almost like that could be its own little section, and we're going to try it out here, and I'll let you kind of intro.
Are you ready?
Sold it so well this morning.
All right, here we go. We're going to play a little game called Who Said It?
Who said it?
Who said it? Who said this?
So you're going to
read
a statement.
A cool intro. Who said it?
That's it.
Yeah. All right. Here you go. Here's the quote. I am totally for gun control in the U.S. The population of America is roughly 300 million, and there are 300 million guns in this country, which is terrifying. It's crazy. I'll give Britain its dues. When they had the Dunblane massacre in Scotland, within 24 hours, the gun laws were changed so you could not have a handgun. So this person is all for it. Oh, this is the best part. It is the right to bear arms, which is the problem. I think if the Founding Fathers knew what was happening, they would be turning in their graves with embarrassment at how that law has been interpreted. Okay?
So we've got guesses on Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. Both wrong.
I'll give a hint.
Without Google. So try not to Google
don't Google it. I mean, obviously, you can figure it out.
I mean, do you want to give them like a
I'm going to give you a hint because we're leading somewhere with this because of what they're...
nope. Already got it. Random name dude. Okay, Google.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Biden, Joe Biden, AOC.
Lou Capria says Bob Vila.
Bob Vila. It was not Bob Vila. Okay. So are we going to reveal this?
Hey, random name dude. Okay, Google. Hit me up at KJ at Gun Talk, and I'll send you 2 DVDs.
Maybe even 3.
Maybe.
He only brought 2 over, but we have more.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, you were correct.
Okay, so here's the answer. Liam Neeson said it. You may remember this because it made a splash several years ago when he came out very much for gun control because, of course, he makes his living lately playing these badass dudes on Taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is now. The first one wasn't bad, but all right, come on. So, have you heard about his latest movie? The Marksman. The Marksman.
There's no guns in that, right?
Scottish Liam Neeson is playing a Texan, and if you watch the trailer, it's super cringy. Like, y'all best get out of here. Anyway, he's walking around with a rifle, has a Texan rancher next to the Mexican border, and then what happens? He's going to save this boy, and he's going to bring him to safety where? In Chicago. That's right. He's bringing this boy somewhere safer than rural Texas, Chicago. And guess what he does in this trailer? He teaches this, I don't know, 9-year-old kid
shoot with a Beretta.
How to shoot a Beretta 92. But he's all for gun control, and you shouldn't have guns. But we're going to show you in this movie how guns can protect you from the cartel, and how.
So
when seconds count, the police are only hours away if you live on the Texas border.
I've got a way better idea for the movie. Let's take Liam Neeson's views towards gun control and apply them to him in the movie.
Yeah, I like that.
You have to get out of this situation without guns, but they have guns.
Yeah,
and they
cartel.
The cartel, because Mexico, they do kind of what they want, and now in America you can't have guns.
Yeah.
Now let's see you get your butt to Chicago.
Yeah. Total hypocrite. Obviously not going to watch the movie. And like I said, it looks really stupid of him trying to do a Texas accent anyway.
It's awful.
But he's actually shooting a Springfield Armory M1A at some part of it, I think.
Yeah, it's what it looks like.
From judging
Texas Huntsman is not happy. He says, "Oh wait, he's playing a Texan?"
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah, he's a Texan. He's just a rancher trying to do his thing.
Yeah, doing the Lord's work.
Trying to save the ranch.
Off a 8-year-old in Chicago.
Kidnapping a Mexican kid that just crossed the border and bringing him to Chicago and killing all the cartel on the way.
You're not safe here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go introduce you to my wife and daughter. No!
Yes. He has a very specific set of skills. Being a total hypocrite.
Yes. So.
All right, moving on. That was it. Good guess. Whoever guessed that.
I'm telling you. Random name, dude. Okay, Google.
Okay, Google. I like that screen name. That's good. I got to go back here because there are some good comments coming in. Let's see. My favorite so far. Charlie. We're going to talk about this. Charlie Chambers, the caller who said you can break into the Capitol building, was way out of line.
Great segue.
So, thank you for bringing that up. Let's do it.
So if you didn't listen to Gun Talk Radio this week, Tom was on fire, and a lot of folks are upset with him and I think they're wrong. You go back and listen to a lot of the show. Tom is just dropping truth bombs. Like he's dropping, and it's funny that our current culture does not like to hear truth and honesty and being straightforward. They get their feelings hurt.
We got a clip.
And we have a clip about it. So, Michael, if you will, please, sir, run this clip.
Joe is on 4. He is in Cuba, New Mexico. He's got a bone to pick with me. Hey, Joe.
Yes, sir, I do.
Go for it.
Somehow you talk show hosts keep talking about the United States government or county government or local government like they're some kind of righteous individuals who are trying to save us. They're there to save us, and they're not. They take our tax money, they get their retirements and their pensions, and they treat us like crap. And the girl that was shot, she was shot by an armed Capitol policeman.
Correct.
And she was crawling through a window. Is that correct or not? I don't know. I wasn't there.
You know, you're right. She was breaking and entering, and she was shot. He could, with his training, and I'm 13 years previous law enforcement and military, he could have drugged her through the damn window and put cuffs on her and restrained her. I agree with you completely, and they're going to look into that as to whether that was a justifiable shoot. But the bottom line is she was shot and killed while she was committing a felony, right?
That she paid taxes. She served in the military.
Wait.
House.
Can I go break into any federal building and break out the windows and break in the doors and storm the buildings and tear up the offices because I pay taxes? Do I get to do that?
You don't get to come into my house and break my windows and crawl through my windows.
I think you're probably right. I don't get to do that. And I don't get to do that in federal property. Paying taxes doesn't mean I get to ransack federal property. They were committing a federal felony. Simple as that.
Okay. He could have done something different.
I don't disagree with you. We're in agreement on that, okay? Okay, let's move on. I agree. Maybe it was justified, maybe not. It's being looked at by a prosecuting attorney right now. We'll get some information on that. But we do agree, do we not? She was breaking into the building, and she was committing a crime, and she was shot in the act. I think it's terrible. I think it's horrible that a 14-year Air Force veteran was shot and killed in the middle of this. So what's your next point?
Okay, I agree with you there. My next point is you want to say we're going to win back our rights to carry. And I don't think with the people that are there, you're going to win back anything. I think you're going to have to keep what you have. You're going to have to take it. I hate to say it, but we had a Revolutionary War that was won by guns. We had a Korean conflict that was kind of semi-won by guns. We had a Vietnam conflict that was semi-won by guns. We had World War I.
All right, wait. Let me. I got to ask you though. You got to let me get a question in here. I understand what you're saying. So you're saying that what we need is an armed revolution. Describe to me how that happens and how we win that.
I don't want it to go there. I don't.
Okay, then I agree with you. So how do we?
People on the other side to stand down. I need Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and their group, AOC and all those, just to stand down.
Okay, let me tell you what's going to happen. Okay, I got the crystal ball on this. They're not going to. Surprise, surprise, right? But there is a way to win this without them backing down. And the way to win this is in the courts. And trust me on this. If the Supreme Court says your gun ban, your ban on semi-automatic rifles is unconstitutional, you can't do that, then whatever law they passed evaporates. It's gone. And the Supreme Court has already said in the Heller decision 10 years ago that you can't ban a gun that's in common use. That is currently the law of the land. The Supreme Court has said you cannot ban a gun that is in common use. AR-15s are in common use. So all we need is the Supreme Court to take the case and say, hey, the Heller decision still applies. These guns are in common use, so you can't have a so-called assault weapons ban. You cannot ban magazines that hold more than 10 rounds, because those are all covered under the Constitution. So, I mean, I think that's where we are. And if you're saying, how are we going to win them back? Well, that's how we're going to both win them back and preserve them. And that's, honestly, that's where the battleground is now.
So I get it. I get it. There were a lot of people upset this week and fired up. But I think what we're trying to do, and Tom kind of started the show this way, is saying, I am all about winning, and specific to guns. We're pretty singularly focused over here at Gun Talk. We had some pretty good comments here. Keith says, we also own Fort Knox and the Golden Side. Let's go get it. I like that one.
I mean, I pay taxes.
Paying taxes exempts me from felonies.
Great point. I think a lot of stuff is lost on people.
So I can go to the White House, right? I can just you guys got a spare bedroom I can stay in tonight, right?
This is my place.
I pay taxes.
But
Good
Tom
luck.
also goes on, and we launched a clip about it earlier this week, where he's talking with a lady about this whole thing. It's a separate thing. She called in to voice her concerns and views and stuff like that. And, Tom says, well, I pay taxes too, and I don't want you messing my stuff up.
Right, messing up. If I'm an owner of the Capitol,
Right.
the White House, I don't want you messing that up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my building too, and I don't want...
Yeah, unfortunately, it's really shaping up where you're starting to see, I get it, people were mad, and I get it, we're upset about this and that. I'm really in agreement with a lot of what you guys are thinking. But it's really shaping up that this was a horrible tactical move.
Yes.
And now everyone who is conservative, everyone
It's a
who
blanket.
are gun owners are blanketed with Buffalo Bill guy wearing crazy horns, painted face,
Right.
running around the Capitol.
And it's unfortunate, and we've got a lot of great comments in here. And so Nitro Beirut says, Tom has a ton of faith in the courts. I wish I could share that sentiment.
Well, it's probably the best thing that happened from having Trump for 4 years is the court, not just the Supreme Court, but the appellate courts and the circuit courts and all that stuff. We have a lot of conservative-minded judges there, and that really is at this point, because do understand that the presidential election has been settled. It's done, right? And the way I was trying to explain it yesterday, and I hope this makes sense, is if you're watching a football game and the opposing team scores a touchdown and you're going, that wasn't a touchdown, his foot's out. And the refs review it, they go, no, we think it's a touchdown. It's over. You can be mad about it
Points
and
are
say,
on the board.
we were robbed, but points are on the board, let's move on, okay? And that's kind of where we're at right now.
And it's it is frustrating. And I hate to say, Tom's been calling this for a while, saying this isn't going to change. And I think a lot of people are upset that they're hearing this little ounce of truth serum that Tom's injecting and saying, look, we got to move on and we have to rely upon those courts. That's where the fight's going to end up,
Right.
And whether we like it or not, one man does not run this country. The president is one piece of the puzzle. And I think a lot of people put a lot of stock in that, and they're like, oh, well, if Trump's not in there, we can't have stuff. That's one reason why the Georgia Senate races were so important.
Yep. And along those lines, also other ways of how do we win, how do we, fight back in this next 4 years. And I started saying it in November. I said, you are now in a fight, okay? They have laid out what they'd like to do to you and to your gun rights.
Yeah.
And you have to, I got into a freaking discussion the other day with somebody who's like, I don't think he's actually going to get anything done. He's not going to do anything. I'm like, he said, here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
lined it out.
So you got to kind of take him at his word. I would say the whole echo chamber thing. We spend a lot of time sharing things on social media, commenting on things and all that. It's pretty much a waste of time, guys. And do me a favor. Here's another truth bomb for you that people don't like.
Oh.
Go into your phone,
He dropped this one on me yesterday, so
go into settings, and go into, what's it called?
your app store?
Your settings.
Yeah.
And you can, screen time, that's what's called.
Oh,
Go into
God,
screen
please.
time.
Oh. Ooh.
And tell me, how much time per day are you spending on social media apps? How much time per week are you spending there? What you could do instead is perhaps.
Do I have to do this right now?
Yeah. Perhaps. Yeah. You want to confess this to?
I'll confess to everybody,
world?
and it's
All right. What you could do is call your 2 state senators and your congressman. That's 3 calls. Or email, whatever you like. Call them once a week. It'll take you 15 minutes. And then you're not going to share that. Nobody wants to share that. Go to screen time.
nope.
And tell me how much time you have in your hands, okay? Because you do. Yes, we all have jobs. And that was one thing we were talking about too.
Man, that made my blood pressure go up looking at that. I was. Can I throw this away?
All right.
That was awful.
Reckon I'm going to stop posting some pictures of range trips. Well, don't do that, Rick.
No. Keep those up.
I'm just saying that as far as using social media to convince your liberal Aunt Edna of gun rights, this is a waste of time. And Aunt Edna doesn't decide these things. So reach out to your representatives, and they are not our leaders, they are our representatives.
Yes.
Stop saying our leaders in Washington. They're not leading anybody. They're your representatives.
And the winner of a set of DVDs says, or don't buy that $5 Starbucks and donate to pro-gun groups.
All right. Brandon.
There you go.
Brandon from Concealed Nation. Very good, man. He says, so should we stop watching you?
I was wondering if people were going to ask that. Oh, this is an echo chamber. Let's go. Well, and Ryan yesterday goes,
Very funny.
So do you know what? You know how many tweets Moms Demand Action has sent out? How many was it?
46,000 tweets?
In a year.
I think that's for their whole account.
Oh, for the whole
Yeah,
account. Okay.
I think so. That was another thing is we like to follow, our gun stuff, but if you really want to be involved, you might want to follow Mom's Demand and Every Town
And that
see what they're
pains me.
saying.
That pains me.
It's not fun, but it's kind of doing the Lord's work there.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, let me get into this. Let me fight back and see what they're saying.
Can we go
We
on
may
that?
have some things we're going to be doing
Yes.
with them, to them, for them at some point.
Yes.
So.
Is there any possible way we can get on to like maybe a hunting story from you?
All right, yeah, let's move on from this.
So he sends me this picture. Ryan's going hunting this past weekend, and the weather is lining up perfectly.
You got
Okay?
snow coming in the south.
I mean, that doesn't happen very often. So, like, he and I are thinking the same thing. Like, deer are going to be moving. He's going to go take a couple does out of the herd, thin the herd. There wasn't much thin.
There I was.
And so, so he takes the Springfield Armory 2020 waypoint 2020.
It's just so sweet.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Look at it.
Let's see if you can tell by the pictures how the hunt went.
Look at that beautiful shot of that gun next to a deer stand. She sure was pretty, sitting in the blind next to me the whole hunt.
Was it warm?
No, it was like 26 degrees.
So walk us through it.
So there I was in northern Louisiana looking for deer. I saw crows. I saw hawks.
Mm-hmm.
I heard an owl. I saw some really large squirrels. I saw a lot of beautiful red cardinals against the beautiful white background. I was gonna take some photos and maybe try to make some stock photography and make a few bucks off of this trip.
I never heard in there if you saw any deer.
So we did see deer. When we would leave the stand and go get lunch, the game camera would text us pictures of deer. That's the truth. That's the God's to honest truth. Like 4 deer on the feeder that I had been staring at for 4 hours, and now I'm in a restaurant.
Chowing down on a
chowing
hamburger.
down. Yeah.
Everybody's lunchtime synced up.
Yeah. It was a ladies' lunch. They were all does.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
It's so, I don't know. It's late season hunting can be frustrating because
What's the deal? You're the deer whisperer.
I'm telling you, I would have guessed they would have been moving. I would have guessed they would probably. I'm a big fan of hunting midday anyway. Like I will delay going into a stand until like a 9:30 or 10 o'clock, so I can get that midday stretch till about 3 or so. You know, the rest
Is
of
there
the
a
day.
certain time of the season that's good for that, or?
Well, one, anytime like rut is happening or post rut, those are the times when I'm in the stand during midday, or I'm just sitting there.
Well, I mean, a lot of the hunters you think about, legendary hunters like Chuck Adams and some of those guys.
Yeah.
They don't just hunt the morning. They hunt
No,
all day long.
It's all day.
I'm not coming in.
slow.
Yeah. I admit, I sat for like 3 or 4 hours in the morning. I sat for 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon.
Luke Capria asked, who was warmer, KJ or Ryan? I guarantee you it was me. I promise it was me. But I went hunting once on public land while he was gone, and it was really cool.
Oh yeah,
It
talk
was
about
great.
that. How'd that go?
So I could wake up early in the morning with our good buddy Bill Flynn, who's been on FPD, and he's a couple neighbors down from me. And so we get up 4:30, we're out and walk into the stand, and I turn and I look down this long path. It's probably half mile or so, and I can see a headlight bobbing down there. And I'm like, okay, there's another hunter, but he's way down.
Yeah.
So I, climb up in the tree stand. I'm sitting there, and I hear something coming, and I'm like, man, that's wild. I was like, that's got to be a hunter. Just the way the
You
footfalls
could tell.
were, you
it's
could tell.
not. Yeah, deer are pretty quiet.
Yeah. We lost it. Oh, there we go. We're back up. He's got a rifle, no orange, completely breaking the rules. And so I texted, and it was at 7:30, and I said, I'm not comfortable. We're leaving.
Yeah,
because there's a guy with a rifle here. And
Yeah.
he might have meant well. He might have got lost. He might have got turned around. But that's not a risk I'm willing to take on public ground.
Yeah.
So go back out. So I go out my stand, turn down the same path I walked in, and I go to get on the main trail, and he has left a present right in the center of the trail.
What kind of present, KJ?
Didn't smell good. Right in the middle
In
of the
the
trail.
middle of the trail.
In the middle of the trail, leaves a present. Well done, sir. Thank
Nature
you.
calls, and you're in nature.
Oh,
Jeez, wow.
just
Laura Ortiz
drives me
says, "Where can I buy your hat?" #guns. Stay tuned.
stay tuned. We're almost there.
We got some new merch launching soon. I'll say that much. All right. That was all that
So
gun
that's
oil
it.
on Ryan. Yeah. I mixed up my gun oil and my decenter spray. All right. Well, you got anything else?
I got nothing else. Guys are wondering
All right.
if this is funny. Luke Capri wants flat brim only. No, it's not going to be only flat brim guns, hats.
I won't allow that to
And
happen.
Michael's very happy about it. Everybody's very happy about it.
I mean, you pull it off, but most people don't.
I don't even really pull it off. But John Doe asked, "Why do you have gray hair?" It's probably because of me. I don't know.
Why do I have gray hair? Well, do you want the real answer or like a funny answer? Like the real answer is, did you know that your hair genetics come from your mom's dad's side of the family? But I still have all my hair.
So it's not 100%.
So, I have all my hair, but yes, it's somewhat gray.
Real quick, we can hit on this real fast. Any new gun announcements or new product launches for 2020 that we can announce right now?
Oh, okay, sure, go. Did we talk about Savage Impulse? Straight pull, we talked about that.
We talked about the Savage Impulse straight pull, very cool gun. Well, I can't talk about that one.
Browning has new ammunition. They have
So does Winchester.
Winchester has new ammo. Actually, Browning has a new cartridge, which is always interesting. Now, I think at this point, perhaps we might be splitting hairs.
Yeah.
when yes, I get it. A 30-06 will kill most things, but it's fun. It's a like a what's it called? It's kind of like a 270 short mag kind of treatment. You've got you guys. There's so many new things happening. We've got a lot of new stuff coming. So quick heads up. Every year we do SHOT Show Live from SHOT Show. This year, SHOT Show is canceled. And so over the next several weeks, we're going to be doing SHOT Show Live, but we're going to call it Guns and Gear Live because it's kind of all about the guns and the gear and the new product launches coming. So we've got stuff coming from ATN, HSM, Loophole, Pyramid Air, Crimson Trace, DeSantis, Aero Precision.
Lockdown.
Sig Sauer.
Sig Sauer's got some really cool
Lockdown,
stuff.
Caldwell, Wheeler, I think.
Franklin Armory.
Yeah.
Frankfurt.
Arsenal.
Yes. Very close. Close.
The name. But there's a ton of new stuff. So we'll be releasing like a lot of videos. We're going to blow you guys up. So stay tuned.
Yeah. We'll do our best next time.
All right. We'll try better. We'll try harder next time. All right. See you later.
Thanks for watching Gun Talk Live. For more great gun content, subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. You can always watch the Gun Talk channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. And of course, you can always find us at guntalk.com. Thanks for watching.